Nate's Picks.
What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and this is episode number 5 of my Blu Ray collection. Walkthrough, basically, just showing off my entire movie collection. This is all the rest of the Blu-rays, part 2. So I'm just going to be going through regular old Blu-rays that I have. Some in slipcovers, some not, some 4K, they'll pop in. But basically everything but my steelbooks at this point. So let's just get it started. First, I have Limitless. This was with Bradley Cooper. This is a really underrated movie. Neil Berger directed it. Yeah, it's good. I liked it. Robert De Niro's in it too. He eats a pill and he becomes the smartest man alive and can learn everything. The premise is silly, but the movie actually turned out good. Tropic Thunder. I love this movie. It's hilarious. Ben Stiller directed it. Great cast. Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface, which you can't get away with now, but he just beat the clock on it, I think, and it's hilarious. He's great in this. It's like one of the best performances he's done, honestly. That came out the same year as Iron Man, so it was a big year for Robert Downey Jr. All right, a couple of 4Ks. Now, I already showed you I have Maleficent, the first one. I also have Maleficent 2. Got this with that buy two, get one free sale. I didn't love this, but I liked it better than the first one. But yeah, I'm a big Angelina Jolie fan, so I didn't mind just grabbing it. Okay, next, Alien Covenant. So I have the Alien box set, and I have Alien and Alien Covenant in 4K. Prometheus is the only one that I don't have on disc, and I actually really like Prometheus, but I've been wanting to get it on 4K, and I just haven't grabbed it yet. I will eventually. So Alien Covenant was okay. I like Prometheus better, but this has, at least it has some good gore and stuff like that. I'll do these together. I have Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is the first of the new Apes movies, and I have War for the Planet of the Apes, which is the third of the new Apes movies. So I have both of these in 4K. I do have the middle one, which is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but I just don't have it in 4K. I have it in a metal pack, so we'll get to that in another video. But yeah, these two are both great. This one is especially great, though. War for the Planet of the Apes was super great. The year it came out, we reviewed it on the podcast, and I love that movie. Okay, Troy, Brad Pitt, Wolfgang Peterson directing. Very long movie. Eric Bana, Orlando Bloom, Rose Byrne, Diane Kruger, Peter O'Toole. What an incredible cast. It's a good movie. It's, it's a little bloated, but it's 196 minutes, so it could be a little short. That's the director's cut. So another Wolfgang Peterson movie. What are the odds? The Never-Ending Story. I won't say anything bad about this because I know people really like it. I think it's good, but it's weird. It's super weird, and people really look back fondly on this weird movie. It's okay. It's not. It has that good song at the end over the credits, so that's memorable. All right, I'll do these together because they go together. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, and Terminator Salvation. So I own all the Terminator movies, but these are the only two that I have like this in regular Blu-ray cases. I like the series. I'm unapologetic about it. I don't love these movies as much. Well, I actually like Salvation quite a bit. But I don't love Terminator 3, but I like it enough to own it. I think they're just less good movies in the series, but I don't find them to be terrible. Sue me. Okay, this was something I just bought recently for $5, and I've never seen it, and it's a classic, Casablanca. I've been wanting to watch this. It's one of the all-time classic movies. You always see it in every montage of movies ever. So I need to see it. I'll watch it soon, but I haven't seen it yet. The Outsiders, overrated, yes. Overrated within just the regular average film watcher, yes. But it's good, but I know I watched this in middle school, and even then I thought, this is just okay. We read the book, it was better. I don't know, the movie was okay. Kong Skull Island, this movie's fun. I love a big monster movie, so if you know anything about me, if you listen to the podcast, you know I love monsters, and when they blow stuff up. Not enough stuff blows up because they're on an island, but it has big monsters fighting, and I'm for that. But it has Brie Larson, which is a negative, but it's still good overall. Samuel L. Jackson is insane in that movie, so that's fun. And then Swordfish, I got this for $2. It's worth $2, I'll tell you that much. Travolta's good in it. Halle Berry, Hugh Jackman before he was famous, Don Cheadle. It's like a hacker movie, and it's super hackery, where like they do that thing where they just like type a lot and then, you know, very early 2000s techno thriller type movie. But it's fun for what it is. And again, I paid $2, so I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, this next group of movies all come from what's called the Warner Archive Collection. So they basically did a lot of movies that are not super famous. There's one here that I have that is like kind of a big movie, but these are more so lesser known movies, some cult movies from Warner Brothers that they have in their, you know, collection that they've put onto Blu-ray. So we'll just go through these. I haven't seen almost any of these. I've seen about 2. So but I bought these with the intention of watching them soon. So I got a couple of Hitchcock movies: Suspicion, Cary Grant and Joan Fontaine, and I Confess, starring Montgomery Clift and Ann Baxter. I don't know any of these people. I know Cary Grant from North by Northwest, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this because I love Hitchcock, so I'm sure I'm gonna like them. But these were 2 of the first ones I bought from this collection because I was like, well, I love Hitchcock. And I also have another one from him. Let me just grab it now. And that is Henry Fonda in The Wrong Man. So this is also a Hitchcock movie. I've really been wanting to watch this one. Yeah, it looks good. Vera Miles is in it, and she was also in Psycho. So yeah, I can't wait to check that one out as well. Okay, the rest of the Warner Archive movies. So The Hidden. This, I just watched this last week, I think, and reviewed it on my Instagram. It was good. It's like a weird sci-fi alien horror action movie. If the Terminator was an alien rather than a robot, think along those lines as far as the tone. That's pretty much what you get. It's not the best movie. Is from New Line, so you know it had that kind of like independent edge to it. But yeah, it was pretty fun for what it was. Okay, a couple of Christopher Lee vampire movies. Now I showed you in my Scream Factory. I had one. I have a couple more here. So I have Horror of Dracula, and I have Dracula AD 1972. Never seen either of these. Be watching them during my 31 Days of Horror, but these are both Hammer films. So again, the British. And this one's from the 70s, 1972. This is from the 60s. So just a couple of older vampire movies that I want to check out. I also have The Fearless Vampire Killers. I don't know about this one, but I got it because it is directed by Roman Polanski. So he is one of the most, you know, famous directors. He's not allowed in America for reasons. Look it up. But he's kind of a creep. But film-wise, Rosemary's Baby, an all-time classic. He's done some classic stuff. This is one of his early movies. Apparently, it's like a horror comedy. It's literally called Fearless Vampire Killers, or Pardon Me, But Your Teeth Are in My Neck. So I said, okay, Roman Polanski, vampire comedy. Let's check it out. Okay, then I have the original Village of the Damned. So I've seen the John Carpenter remake from the 90s with Christopher Reeve and Kirstie Alley. But this is the original one, so I wanted to check it out. I've heard it's better, so because that movie was just okay. Selena. Now, this is one of the ones that I have seen, obviously. This just came out. They just put this out. This is the Jennifer Lopez movie, Selena. I saw this when I was younger. I've seen this movie like 15 times. I don't know. So I picked that one up. Okay, a couple more. The Witches. A lot of people have seen this one. This is with Angelica Houston, and Rowan Atkinson is in this. Yeah, a lot of people from their childhood. It's like a childhood favorite. It's PG. It's nothing too crazy, but it's a good flick. I also have The Thing from Another World. And this is actually the original version of this movie called The Thing by John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russell. And this is like the original OG one. So, haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to checking it out for sure. Okay, a couple more from the Warner Archive. Now, I just watched and reviewed this one the other day on my Instagram as well. Underwater, starring Jane Russell. Now, Howard Hughes produced this, and Howard Hughes is a maniac. He was the subject of the movie The Aviator, if you've ever seen it, Martin Scorsese. I'm just discovering Jane Russell. She's great. I love her. I have a big crush. I know she doesn't make movies anymore, and she's passed away, actually, but I'm in love with old 40s and 50s Jane Russell. She's terrific. And I also got a movie called From Beyond the Grave. Never seen it. It's a horror movie, though, and I love me some horror, so I picked that one up as well. And then the last few here. I got another Christopher Lee Dracula movie. This one is called The Satanic Rites of Dracula. What a title. I don't even know what that means. He has satanic rights, but it looks good. It's Christopher Lee in a Hammer Film production, so looking forward to checking that one out. Wolfen, guess what that is? A werewolf movie. So here we go again. Every video has featured a werewolf movie, almost. So yeah, this is a werewolf movie. I've never seen it, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. The Hunger. Now, this is another one that is like, okay, The Hunger, Susan Sarandon is in it, David Bowie, but the reason I picked it up, not only that it's a horror movie, but it's directed by Tony Scott, brother of Ridley Scott. So I've heard of it, and I definitely wanted to check it out, so I grabbed that. And the last I have is Body Snatchers, The Invasion Continues. Honestly, they did a sale on the Warner Archive recently where you got like 4 movies for $44, so it was like $11 each, which was good. This was the 8th of the 8 that I bought. I can't imagine this being good. I've never seen it. Yeah, I don't know. It looks not good, but that means I can't wait to watch it because I am a fan of a bad movie every now and then. It's directed by Abel Ferrara, so he's done some stuff. Bad Lieutenant, if you've ever seen that with Harvey Keitel. I can't imagine that's good though, but I will watch it. All right. My next 3 here, now these are kind of cool. So, little story on these. Warner Brothers started releasing these movies in these cases called Diamond Lux, and they only released, I want to say, 8 movies. It was like Ben-Hur, the original Batman, Gremlins, these 3 that I have, and The Green Mile. And I think that's it. It was supposed to be like this cool collector's thing, and then it never really caught on. So they stopped making them. So now, and you know, especially one of these, they're worth like a lot of money because they went out of print really fast. So I grabbed 3 when they were releasing, but the first one I got is Forrest Gump, and I wish they kept making these cases. For one, I love the way they feel. I love the way they look, and I'm gonna open it up and show you. But also, they're a lot thinner. You could actually fit way more of these on a shelf if they kept making them. They're thinner than a regular Blu-ray or a Steelbook, but I just love the way they look. So there's the front, there's your back artwork, and then it has a magnet. It's like closed magnetically. You pop it open, and then it has like a quote from the movie there for this one, and then you open it up like this, and then you get the full thing. So, and it's not like paper. It's like a hard like plastic material, so it's like sturdy. I absolutely love these. I wish they kept making them, but unfortunately they didn't. So I have these 3. Forrest Gump. I have Gravity, Alfonso Cuarón movie. There's the front. There's the back. Probably be reflective. Then open that up. Spacemen. And then you have that. So this one is good. And I love this movie. But this is the one that is worth a lot of money because this one was, not only was it in this packaging, but it was only available at Target. I went into Target one day and saw it and I bought it. I think I paid $20 like a normal Blu-ray. And I think last I saw it was selling online for like almost $200. I don't know, but Gone with the Wind. So when I bought it, I hadn't seen it. And I was like, wow, I love these packagings. Let me get it. This one is, I don't love the movie, but there's the inside. You get both characters. And then you open it up and there's your discs. So say what you want about the movie. I don't know. I didn't love it either, but I love these packaging. I wish they kept doing it. I'm kind of bummed that they didn't, and I'm not going to rebuy any of them, the old ones, because they want too much money for them. But Diamond Lux, if you can, Warner Brothers, bring that back because those cases are the best. Okay, now, a couple more. Addams Family. This is the animated remake of the Addams Family. It was good. We watched this and reviewed it last year when it came out. It was funny. It was cute. It was a good time. My favorite movie from last year, Peanut Butter Falcon. Terrific. Great movie. I've already reviewed this, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but really, really, really good. Then we have Us, which was good, not great. I like to Get Out better, but Us was solid and definitely worth owning, so I picked that one up on Blu-ray. King Kong, this is the original 1930s King Kong, not the Peter Jackson movie or anything like that. It's good. You got to watch these with a certain eye because they didn't have the ability and the effects of now, but it's still a good monster movie. Classic. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is the animated one. It's cute. I don't know. It's a Christmas movie. Child's Play, the remake. I thought this was a lot of fun. It's funny. It has some good kills. And yeah, overall, I mean, I thought it was a good time as far as these horror remakes go. They changed it where it's not the exact same movie, and it was solid. Another great movie, Tully. This was a couple years ago, I think 2018. Charlize Theron is amazing in it. Mackenzie Davis is good in it. I'm not a big fan of hers, but Charlize kills it in this movie. It's awesome. The Way Back. This was a recent movie. This was one of the only movies that came out in 2020. And I got it on Blu-ray. Ben Affleck is amazing in this. Yeah, I think it's his best performance he's ever done, personally. Crawl. Not like Lake Placid, because this is a straight up, like, not a horror movie, but like a thriller with alligators. But it's good. It's really good. It was fun. I mean, I saw it in the theater and I had a really good time watching that one. Ma. It's fine. It's Octavia Spencer. It's like a horror movie, but it's not super scary. It was fun, though. It was pretty good. Brad's favorite movie of all time, Paddington 2. Also, not my favorite movie of all time, but great movie. Took my niece to see this. Loved it. It's adorable. This is adorable. When you think of like an adorable movie, this is it. And it's cute and it's harmless. Like, kids can watch it. Nothing scary happens. Literally nothing scary. Nothing, like, it's just adorable. And it's happy. I love that movie. Paddington 2. Waves. This one was tough to watch, but at times. But overall, very good performances. Sterling K. Brown is in it. He's really great. Now, this was a movie that I got. The Lighthouse. When we reviewed it, we had a special guest on the show and everything, and, you know, we all watched it. It's weird. It's super weird, but it's the kind of weird that I feel like is the worth owning weird. You know what I mean? Like, you have movies like, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I think I liked it. I need to watch it again, but I just felt like, you know what? It's worth owning, so I got it. The Hateful Eight. I don't have to make any kind of weird caveats about this. As Tarantino, I like it. I like all his movies. This one is cool. It opens up and it has a picture. I don't know why it has this, but it does. Yeah, Hateful Eight's good. This movie's freaking weird. The Color Out of Space. I reviewed this. Was it last year? I think it was last year or earlier this year. I don't remember. I saw this in the theater with Nicolas Cage and creatures, and yeah, it was bizarre, but it was actually a pretty good time overall for what it was. The Crazies. So in my Arrow video collection, I showed you I have the original. This is the remake with Timothy Olyphant. This is a good remake. This movie is actually really fun, so I enjoyed that one. The Green Hornet. Seth Rogen, Cameron Diaz. This is a remake of like the old TV show. Excuse me. Starring Bruce Lee, but it's not the best, but I had a pretty good time with it. And John Carter. This was a big flop for Disney, but I don't know why, because I liked it. I thought it was good. A lot of people said it's too much like Star Wars and it's too much like this. They don't know that John Carter, the story was written before Star Wars and all these other movies. They actually ripped off John Carter, the written John Carter. So this movie just came out too late. Like, it should have came out earlier. But I liked it. I thought it was good. Taylor Kitsch is pretty good in it. So I don't know. I thought it was fun. All right. So next up, we got the Rush Hour trilogy. This is Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 3. That makes it a trilogy, 3 movies. I love the first one. I really like the second one. And I accept the third one. It's not my favorite, but it doesn't like ruin the franchise or anything, but it's not as good. Love Actually, classic rom-com, and a Christmas movie. Great Christmas movie, in my opinion. A crazy good cast. I like that one. Knocked Up. I like Knocked Up. It's good. Seth Rogen, Katherine Heigl. It's funny. I enjoy it. Jingle All The Way. This is another Christmas movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Anakin Skywalker. It's good, but not really. It's also not good. It's good because I liked it when I was younger. I watched it, I think, last Christmas, and I was like, this movie ain't that good. But you know what? I still enjoy it. Bad Teacher, Cameron Diaz. I got this, and I got a lot of the movies coming. No, not all, but I have a good amount of movies. I got this going out of business at Movie Stop, and I made a killing. So I have a lot of movies that are like, they're just okay, but I also paid like $1 or 75 cents for them. So you can't beat it. So Bad Teacher was one of those. It's okay. It's not the best. And the funny thing about this one is it was directed by Jake Kasdan, who went on to direct the last two, the Jumanji movies, which are actually really good. So he was just getting his feet wet with some of these movies, and then he started making good stuff. The Other Guys, I do love The Other Guys. It's hilarious. Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell. So funny. You, Me, and Dupree. $2 maybe I paid for this. It's okay. Kate Hudson's in it. Luke Wilson, Matt Dillon. Seth Rogen is like a side character. It's kind of funny. It's one of those movies that's like you watch it when it's like a Saturday or Sunday and you don't really want to think too much and you want to laugh a little bit. Put on You, Me, and Dupree. All the Money in the World. This is a Ridley Scott movie, one of his recent ones that Kevin Spacey got edited out of, and Christopher Plummer ended up taking over. It's a good movie. Not a great like Ridley Scott movie, but a good movie. Always, a super slept on Spielberg movie. It's a romance, so I think a lot of people might just kind of skip it, but it's really good. John Goodman is in it. Richard Dreyfuss is in it. I like it. Another Ridley Scott movie, American Gangster, Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe. Yeah, good gangster flick. I love Denzel. He's like maybe my favorite actor. Him and Leo kind of always trade off when they come out with a movie, so I love American Gangster. Another Denzel. Oh, this is a Denzel stack here. So we got Inside Man, Spike Lee. Spike Lee's most commercial kind of movie. It almost doesn't feel like it's his movie, but it's really good, and Denzel's awesome in it, and Jodie Foster's in it. Good movie, and a great, one of my favorite movies, period. Remember the Titans. This, first time I watched this, I was actually in high school, and one of my teachers put it on for us, and I just absolutely loved it, and I've loved it ever since. I've seen it so many times. Denzel's amazing in that. Poetic Justice, this stars Janet Jackson. Tupac is a John Singleton movie, and Regina King is in this too. Really good movie. A Beautiful Mind. Russell Crowe, Ed Harris, Jennifer Connelly. There's a Ron Howard movie. It's good. Really good. I don't know how to describe like what genre it's in, but like mystery, I guess. I don't know. It's good. It's not like a dark mystery or anything, but it was good. One of the best. Raging Bull. Robert De Niro, amazing in this. Martin Scorsese directed. Black and white. I mean, the cinematography is amazing. Everything is just perfection. Okay, Daniel recently watched this, I think, Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. Now, this is A24, so you know it's weird. I bought this movie as a blind buy when it came out, and then I watched it and was like, what in the world did I... And I have not watched it since. And this came out in 2014. So 6 years ago, I watched it. I still remember it for 6 years. That's how weird it is. Like, you don't really forget. One day I'll revisit it. I'll probably hate it. Once Upon a Time in America, the extended director's cut. Now, this movie, the director's cut, which is the one I watched recently for a review, is 251 minutes. It's like 4 hours long. This is directed by Sergio Leone. It was like his last movie before he passed. A great cast, like Robert De Niro's in it, James Woods is in it. But man, it is long. It's good, but I mean, it's not talked about with like The Godfather in these movies, and I see why. Like, it's good, but it's way too long. Glass, this is the last of the Unbreakable trilogy, I guess you would call it. This, Unbreakable, Split, and then this. I liked it. I like Split better, but I thought Glass was fine. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, classic. Robert Redford, Paul Newman. I watched this for the first time last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be. It's like a good buddy movie. Enemy of the State, Tony Scott directing, Will Smith, Gene Hackman, one of the best ever, Gene Hackman. Good thriller. A little dated. You know, if you watch this now, it's a little dated. Like, the technology that they were using is like now, you could probably do it on your iPhone, but then they were like, had all these computers and stuff, but it's pretty good. And another Gene Hackman movie, The French Connection. So I watched this for the first time last year. It's good. The chase scene, there's a car chase scene in this that is like legendary in New York. It's fantastic. It's directed by William Friedkin. He did The Exorcist, but that's a great movie. The Fighter. I love The Fighter. Christian Bale is amazing in this. Mark Wahlberg's really, really good, but Christian Bale is amazing. And Amy Adams is in this too. Great movie. Based on a true story too. It's Mickey Ward. Cabin in the Woods. I love Cabin in the Woods. Stars a pre-Thor Chris Hemsworth. This is a really smart like horror comedy. Kind of takes all the tropes of horror movies and flips them on their head, and it's a good time. Another Denzel movie, Glory. This is another one that has a really good cast. Matthew Broderick, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, of course. Yeah, this is a great one. Denzel won an Oscar for this movie. Best Supporting Actor. It's fantastic. Matthew Broderick's the only one that, like, he's a good actor, but when compared with the other people in it, it seems like a little odd, but it's fine. All right, next up, we have a stack of, a bunch of Disney movies. So some of the Disney movies that I don't have on Steelbook yet, or probably will never will, because I don't think the Aristocats is going to get a Steelbook, but the Aristocats is okay. I remember seeing the trailer for this on my VHS tapes a lot when I was a kid, and that's all I knew of it until I bought it, and it's okay. Like, it has some good songs in it, but it's not my favorite movie. I didn't grow up watching it, only the trailer. Robin Hood. Robin Hood's okay. It's not my favorite. I've seen it once, and I think I'm okay with seeing it one time. Probably won't watch it again. Pinocchio. Pinocchio is a classic. A lot of these, like, these are not the ones I grew up watching. So, I watched them as an adult, and they're fine. I get it. I get why people love them. Pinocchio is not my favorite. It's like, it falls like Snow White to me. I feel like it's good, but it's not as, they got better. You know what I mean? Like, the old doesn't always mean, the originals don't always mean the best. Oliver and Company. This movie's okay. It has some Billy Joel songs in it, and Billy Joel's the voice of a dog. And also Bette Midler is a voice in this. It's fine. I don't know. It's supposed to be like Oliver Twist, except with a cat and some dogs in New York. I don't know. Monsters University. Pixar. Monsters Inc. is like a classic, and Monsters University is not. It's not terrible. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think any Pixar movie is like terrible, in my opinion. But it's just okay. You know, like it had some funny parts. It's a sequel. Now this one, I did grow up watching. I love Bambi. It's kind of sad, but I love the way it looks. I love the art style of it. I love the way it's drawn. I watched this a million times when I was a kid. We had it on VHS, so I've seen Bambi more than any of these other ones, I think, that we're going to go through, and I absolutely love Bambi, and I don't care. Dumbo, I already showed you earlier when I had the live. I like the live action actually better than this, but the animated one is cute. It's short. It's like 70 minutes, I think, so it goes by really quick, but it's okay. All right, I have Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and it comes with Atlantis, Milo's Return, which I'm never going to watch. It's the sequel. That was like a straight-to-video sequel. I'll never put that in. But I do like Atlantis. I think it's cool. This is like later stage of the hand-drawn Disney animation. They didn't do much after this, but yeah, I liked Atlantis. It was pretty good. Michael J. Fox does the voice, though. Alice in Wonderland. I know this has a lot of fans. I think it's fine, but I'm not crazy about it. It's too weird. The story of this is just bizarre. It doesn't have any memorable songs or anything. Like, it's just weird. And I feel like people like it for the weirdness and the visuals of it, but I'm not one of them. But if you love it, then that's fine. It's fine. A live-action Disney Pirates of the Caribbean, the best one, The Curse of the Black Pearl, the first one. Yeah, this movie was great when it came out, and it holds up now as a great, like, adventure movie with pirates, and Johnny Depp is great in this. Orlando Bloom and Jeffrey Rush is terrific in this, so I love Pirates, the first one. Treasure Planet. I have seen Treasure Planet once. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the voice of the main guy. This is supposed to be like Treasure Island, but in space. So this was when Disney was kind of, you know, coming down before they started doing like the CG animated stuff. So it's not bad, but it's also unmemorable. Oh, one of my favorite Pixar movies, WALLE. I absolutely love WALLE. I am dying to get the 4K of it. I haven't upgraded yet, but I love WALLE. My sister hates WALLE, and we went to see it together, and that was a fun car ride home because she absolutely hated it, and I totally loved it. Another one of my favorites, Up. I think Up is one of the best Pixar films, period. Also another one that I want to get the 4K for. I'll get it soon, but I love Up. Okay, now The Sword and the Stone. Now, this was a movie that I had never seen, and I watched it when I was doing my reviews of my Blu-rays, and I did not really like it at all. It's like kind of boring, and another one that like doesn't have any memorable moments or songs to me. Daniel loves this, or he did love it. I don't know, but yeah, it's just not that great, in my opinion, but I have it because I was buying up all the Disney stuff before they put it back in the vault, and then they came out with Disney Plus. So now these are irrelevant. So if anybody wants to buy The Sword in the Stone, I will send me a message on Instagram. You can have it. You can actually have it for free. The Jungle Book. This was the remake, the live action remake. Jon Favreau. I love this movie. I thought it was great. Another one that I actually like better than the animated film. I think the animated film is good. I think it's very good. But this one, I just really, for whatever reason, it really was good to me. The Great Mouse Detective. I don't know. It's okay. This was right before like The Little Mermaid came out. So they were kind of struggling before they hit that second like renaissance. It's fine. It's like a Sherlock Holmes movie with mice. If that sounds like what you want, there it is. All right, that's my Disney Blu-rays. Now The Sandlot, a classic, a 90s classic, childhood classic. I love The Sandlot. I could watch this anytime, any day. It's like one of the best movies. It's like The Goonies with baseball. So it's a group of kids being friends. Who doesn't like that? I know I do. Okay, a 4K movie, Power Rangers. This was the live action Power Rangers. I liked it. I thought it was good. Not great, but good. I saw it in the theater. We reviewed this early on in our podcast. We reviewed this and I enjoyed it then. Haven't rewatched it, won't lie, but I did like it. Christmas movie, Miracle on 34th Street. This is the 90s version with, what's his face? Attenborough from Jurassic Park and the little girl from Matilda. She was adorable. Elizabeth Perkins is in this too. This is a cute movie. It's good. It's harmless. It's nothing spectacular, but it's good. The Pagemaster, a movie from the 90s with Christopher Lloyd, Macaulay Culkin. I remember liking this when I was a kid, and when I watched it as an adult, I did not like it. The live action scenes were directed by Joe Johnston, which is good to know because he's a good director, but what the heck? Most of it's animated, and the animation's very average. But good voice cast. Patrick Stewart, Whoopi Goldberg. But it's not the best. And this is in a totally random section. The Woman in Black. I got all these nice Disney movies and this horror movie. Daniel Radcliffe. This is post Harry Potter. It's good. I like this movie. It's a good ghost story. Pretty scary. Then I have Courage Under Fire. Denzel Washington. Matt Damon. Meg Ryan. Good movie. Really good movie. I watched this for the first time recently, and I thought it was really good. Hacksaw Ridge. Terrific. This movie's terrific. Mel Gibson directed. Based on a true story. Andrew Garfield's amazing in this. Vince Vaughn is really good in this. The war scenes are really graphic. You know, it's a Mel Gibson movie, but the story's so good. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. And last here, the Sugarland Express. Now, I don't think even a lot of people have heard of this movie. This is a Steven Spielberg movie, one of his early movies. This is actually before Jaws. This was like after he did Duel, but Goldie Hawn is in it. Basically, couple, they go on the run, and they're trying to she's trying to get her kid back, and yeah, it's a little bit Bonnie and Clyde. But they're more likable. They're not as like evil or anything like that. So it's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely say seek that one out. All right, so that is the end of this video. So we got another one coming up, and I'm going to keep going through the rest of the Blu Ray collection. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give us a like, and we will see you next time.
The Nate in Nate books. Nate!